Welcome to Europe News Today. In this video, we take an in-depth look at the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict from a European perspective, exploring the latest developments and their wide-ranging impact on the region. Stay with us as we analyze the unfolding situation. Part 1. Latest military developments. Since early October 2025, the Russia-Ukraine conflict has entered a new phase with several notable developments. Ukraine's attack on Russian energy facilities. On October 18th, Ukraine carried out a drone strike on the Orenburg gas processing plant in southern Russia, causing a fire and disrupting gas imports from Kazakhstan. This operation is part of Ukraine's new strategy targeting Russian energy infrastructure, considered crucial for Moscow's war efforts. Russian strikes on Ukraine. On the night of October 17th, Russia launched a large-scale attack using approximately 268 guided bombs and intensified drone strikes, resulting in one civilian death and cutting electricity for 17,000 residents in the Koryukivka area. The city of Chuhuiv in the Kharkiv region also lost power completely. Russia's secret missile tests in the Arctic. On October 17th, Russian President Vladimir Putin initiated secret missile tests in the Arctic, signaling a strong military posture and sending a clear warning to the west. Large areas along the Northern Sea route were declared danger zones for missile launches from October 17th to 30th. Impact on Europe. These developments affect not only Ukraine but Europe as well. The EU is working to enhance its military autonomy through the Readiness 2030 Foot initiative, aiming to mobilize up to 800 billion euros to strengthen Europe's defense infrastructure. Part 2. Economic impact and energy security. The Russia-Ukraine war has severe economic consequences for Europe. Since the conflict escalated, European energy prices have surged, with natural gas and electricity costs reaching record highs. Industries in Germany, France, and Italy have faced increased production costs, while households struggle with rising energy bills. In response, the European Union has accelerated its energy policy reforms. The REPowerEU plan aims to reduce dependency on Russian gas by 2030, promoting renewable energy sources, boosting energy efficiency, and diversifying gas imports from Norway, Algeria, and Qatar. However, supply chain disruptions persist. Critical raw materials, including neon and titanium, essential for electronics and aviation, remain vulnerable due to sanctions on Russia. European economies are seeking strategic partnerships to secure these materials and stabilize production. The humanitarian impact is also intertwined with the economic strain. Rising costs of living exacerbate challenges for Ukrainian refugees and vulnerable communities across Europe, necessitating targeted EU aid programs and support from member states. Part 3. Migration and humanitarian crisis. The war has triggered a massive migration crisis. Over 6.5 million Ukrainians have crossed into EU countries since February 2022, with Poland, Germany, and Romania receiving the largest numbers. European governments have mobilized resources to provide temporary housing, healthcare, and education for refugees, but the prolonged conflict strains national systems. Humanitarian organizations report shortages in medical supplies, psychological support, and integration programs. The EU's Temporary Protection Directive ensures legal residence and access to social services, but disparities in implementation remain across member states. Volunteers and NGOs continue to play a critical role in bridging these gaps, providing direct support and advocating for vulnerable populations. Meanwhile, migration flows have influenced local politics and economies. Some regions face social tension due to competition for jobs and resources, while others experience positive effects, such as workforce replenishment and cultural exchange. Political and strategic outlook. Looking ahead, Europe faces complex strategic decisions. NATO continues to strengthen its eastern flank, conducting joint exercises and deploying additional forces in member countries bordering Ukraine. Diplomatic efforts continue alongside military preparedness. France, Germany, and Poland have initiated dialogues, with both Kiev and Moscow to explore potential ceasefire options. But progress remains limited. The EU also emphasizes long-term resilience, investments in critical infrastructure, cybersecurity, and strategic industries aim to reduce vulnerability to future crises. European defense spending is projected to rise significantly by 2030, reflecting the lessons learned from the ongoing war. Meanwhile, public opinion across Europe remains divided. Support for Ukraine is strong, yet concerns about prolonged military involvement and economic costs grow. Policymakers must balance humanitarian responsibility, security imperatives, and economic stability. As the situation evolves, Europe's ability to act cohesively will be a determining factor in shaping both regional security and the global response to the conflict.